I don't know if y'all caught this, and at first I thought it was a Photoshop picture, but Bernie Sanders and Danny Glover made an appearance to Game 7, Golden State versus OKC, last night. And you know, I don't, if you don't follow basketball, that's okay, because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't followed basketball since the 97-98 lockout. Like, I haven't really cared about the NBA since then, but I watch every once in a while because of the men in the family. They'll watch, and I'll do it to be, you know, to hang out with my family. But so I've watched the last 2 games of the series, and I watched Game 6 and Game 7, and watching Game 7 and watching the Golden State make their comeback. Now, they were down, and last game, you know, Game 6, had they lost, it would have been a wrap, right? They were so close to losing, and then they came back, right? And they played very strongly. And one of the things that's so cool about Stephen Curry, like, you think about NBA stars, right? They're like these ginormous super athletes. Like, look at Shaq. Shaq is like 7 feet. Yao Ming is like dumb tall too, right? Like, these guys are huge. Stephen Curry is I don't even know if is he even 6 feet tall? Like, he's phenomenal, right? He's an awesome player, but he's not, you know, the prototypical type you think of, the height you think of for a basketball player, right? But he has so much heart. And he has so much style and skill and pizzazz and finesse. He's like magical. And it's a really good analogy for the Bernie Sanders campaign. Like, watching the Golden State Warriors got me really excited for this last leg of the campaign. We are at the end of primary season, guys. And this next week, with the exception of DC, which is June 14th, we are done with voting. And then it's on to the convention and beyond. Oh yeah, let the good times roll. But what I saw was Bernie Sanders, you know, and they were losing last night. At one point, they were losing by like 15 points. And they shaved that to down to like, I think it was like 2 or 5. I can't remember what it was, going into halftime. And then they came out and they dominated. And they would build up a big lead and they would lose it. And it'd be so close. And those last 4 or 5 minutes were so close, but then they widened that lead again, and it was all good. And that's what I really hope to see with Bernie Sanders going into California. So if you got folks out of California, definitely at least deliver your family, right? At least if you could deliver your family, at least if you could actively engage those people immediately around you. We got one person sent us a picture on Aftermarkets for Bernie, I think it was. She had she promised her family, this is California, since we just had the holiday weekend, she promised her family she wouldn't talk politics at the family barbecue. But she was Bernied out from head to toe. So she wasn't going to talk about him, but she was represented anyway. And I was like, you know, at least if we can all deliver our families, at least talk to your friends and family. Like my uncle out of LA, I didn't even have to say anything to him. You know, him and his friends, his peers, whatever, they're already in favor.